Hello there, I'm Sui here, and welcome to this week feedback session. So I've gone through all the scripts you posted here, and most of you get 31, 32, 30. I think so only one person got below 20, below 30. Now, and the most complained about the top three most complained about question type is number one is yes to not given, second is true false not given, and the third is matching heading. Now, you always you always have challenge in reading. First, don't pressure yourself to want to get everything right. It's almost impossible. What you want to be targeting 35 over 40, 38 over 40. That's what you're targeting. Don't pressure yourself to get everything right. No, don't. We should be targeting getting 35, 30, 38 at least. You can give yourself room to just fit two, but not more than five. So, so that being the standard, there's still work for everybody to do. So, what's the work you have to do now? The work is simple. The work is the work is figuring out why you failed the questions you failed, and how do you do this? You do it by looking at the answer key. The question the answer they said is correct. Then you look at the answer you chose that is wrong. Then you ask yourself, why is this wrong and why is their answer right? Try and figure out how the answer is right. So let's say for one true for some given that you chose false and they said it's not given. You go back to the passage, but you should know the area where that decision was made. The area where that decision was made. You should know how to spot the area where a particular answer should be gotten from. Is I explained that deeply in the course. So if you don't know, go and watch the course again for that particular question type. So for true for not, now focusing on true false not given. If you've identified the part where the answer is, and now you can understand, okay, this I chose false. They're saying it is not given. So you look at it. Is this why is not given the correct answer? The moment you can figure out why not given is because I mean it's not this okay. I saw the particular idea there, but they didn't mention this. They didn't mention this. That's why it's not given. So if you can figure out why the answer is not given, you begin to see reasons why your false is wrong. When you come across such question again, you won't use that same judgment that led you to pick false. You won't use it anymore. You will use the judgment that will make you choose the right one. Hope you're getting this. So what I'm saying is this: analyze, try and figure out why their answer is correct, and also then why analyze to see the flaw in your judgment that made you choose the wrong question. Once you can do this, you can start picking out the mistakes you're making, the peculiar mistakes you're making, and don't make that so you don't make the mistakes again. And two, for it's easy for still on the true false not given and the yes or not given question. It's easy to pick true. It's very easy to pick true for a true false not given. It's easy to pick yes or yes or not given. But it's tricky when it comes to choosing false and choosing not given. Now, if you consult the reading masterclass again, apparently the module I focused on true, false, not given, and yes or not given. Now, it's false if the particular idea in the question was mentioned is stated, but not as it is. Like um, that fact that was stated in the question, it's wrong compared to what is in the passage. Not the word wrong. The fact stated in the question is wrong compared to the fact in the passage. Not given means this particular fact in the question is not stated in this part. You can't find it in the paragraph. You can't find it in the passage. You can find, okay, this is here they mentioned, they talked about this idea, but this particular fact they see there, you can't find it, and it's not given. You get it? All right. Now to the matching heading. Matching heading, matching information, very tricky questions. Now, one thing I always recommend those who been here since last year, this advice, you should know this advice already. When you're doing your reading question, start with the easy ones. You want to have the easy answers down. You want to get those easy marks first. Now, that's what I did. I had a bad 9 in my reading. And then what I did, my test that they said we're matching it, and that was like, what, like, goodness, why it was, I don't, I want, attended it, but this is that I have to really analyze this thing and get, because matching it, you have to read through. If you look at the strategy I gave you, I told you, don't skim, don't scan. You don't skim and scan if you want to get the right question, the right answer from matching headings. You have to carefully read the past the paragraph. Then you go through the list of headings and see the one that matches the content of the paragraph you're working on. So what I did, like, I skipped that section, the section that has matching heading, and did one with short answer, and did one with and short answer, true, false, and given, and multiple choice, and the rest of them. Then at the end, with 30 minutes, I was done with almost like two-thirds of the entire question. 30 minutes. No, the exam is 1 hour. Reading exam is 1 hour, 60 minutes. When 30 minutes, I was done with two-thirds of it. And the one-third that is the difficult part, the part that not very difficult, but needs careful analysis and attention, such as machine learning, had enough time after bagging the easy answers, had enough time to carefully analyze and choose my answer. So this approach you will use. What do you mean by this approach? Bag the easy ones first. Bag the easy answers first. Then, with the plethora of time you have left, carefully analyze the many questions and do them. If we're matching heading, you have to be careful, read through, deduce, deduce the meaning. You need to have the meaning of, like, the meaning of what's the focus of the paragraph. Then go through a list of headings and see the one that reflects it. So now, but this has to come. This, it will, of course, it will come through practice. And the first point I gave you, also, you use it here. Not just use this here, but use it for any challenge you're having when it comes to the reading test. The ones you failed, pick that book back. Pick the book where you wrote it down. The ones you screenshotted and sent to me. Look at the answers in the answer key. Okay, they said the answer is IV. So say for 22 is IV, and you chose uh, VIII. That's it. They ask us, then go back to the passage, that paragraph, read it through, and try and figure out how the answer is correct, and figure out why your answer is correct. Your answer is wrong, rather. Why your answer is wrong. Then analyze your judgment, the judgment that leads you to the right answer, and the judgment that led you to the wrong answer, so that you stop making that judgment that takes you to the wrong answer, and start following the judgment that takes you to the right answer. So that's it for this week. Now in week 5, because this is an 8 week program where you're having weekly feedback sessions like this. In week 5, we'll be coming back to the reading, but that week we'll be doing a lot of practice. It's for, if you've read the pin post of the 2020 updates, you should be aware of this. So week 5, we'll come back to reading, but we'll do a lot of exercises. The goal for that at that time is not just to know the question type and familiar with strategies. No, is to practice and master the strategies, and that time also work on timing too. So keep calm. This week go ahead into listening and subscribe to the assignment channel so you get the assignment. Subscribe to the assignment channel. The link is in the pinned post in this group. So just if you get into the group right now, you see the post pinned on top. Click on it. You can read it through the entire post. Then you, of course, you'll see the link to the assignment channel. Subscribe to that. Click on the link. It will you automatically subscribe to the channel so that when the assignment be posted in this assignment is posted in the group and the task for the week is posted in the group, you will see it. All right. Now, another important information I have to give you is that I noticed a lot of people, a lot of you find it difficult expressing yourself or your challenges by typing. So going forward, you're not just going to type your challenge as you posted in this week, as like we did last week. What you will do now, you're going to express yourself, your voice. You're going to say it. You're going to press. There's your Telegram app has a record button where you just hold it and you express your challenge. Why? What were the challenges you had? Why you experienced it? Most importantly, why do you think you're expressing the challenge? So you just hold on the recording app, the recording button, and just express yourself. Okay, I did this test. I did the assignment. These challenges I faced. The reason the reason why I'm facing challenges is this that, and analyze your answers, because you have to start doing that now. You have to analyze the correct answer, and I discovered that this particular judgment that I used in taking my decision was the reason why I failed it, and now I'm correcting myself, taking this right judgment I discovered by analyzing the correct answer. You get it? All right. So that's what you're going to be doing now. Nobody's going to be no more typing of your challenges. No, you have to uh, use the recording feature in Telegram to just express yourself vocally, express yourself, talk about your challenge and everything. Express your full challenge and and more so also talk about the progress you're experiencing. All right. So maybe I'll just drop a link on how to do the recording with Telegram. Yeah, maybe I'll just drop a link for people. So in case you don't know how to do that, I'll just drop a link so you can watch and see how to do the recording. So you can start expressing your challenges as you go on. All right. So most important thing you should do right now is subscribe. Check the pin post and subscribe to their assignment channel. Peace.